Okay, hi everybody. We are continuing on today, but like I told the students from cohort B, we're going to start making the switch to scatter plots. So hopefully you understand your parallel and perpendicular lines and how to change point slope to slope intercept form. That's a thing you have to learn first. Okay, so here's a review. Which equation represents the line that passes through this point but is parallel to that line? Okay, first things first. I know parallel means same slope. And then this is my x1, y1. So I put it in point slope form. Y minus my y equals my m, x minus my x. Now I'm going to distribute. Y minus 3 equals 2x minus 4. Remember, this is what we did on Friday. And you get y equals 2x minus 1. So your answer is D. I knew for sure it couldn't have been A or B just because of the slope. So it was down to a 50-50 to start. Okay, which equation represents a line that is perpendicular, meaning my slope is an opposite reciprocal. Okay, so I have to flip and flop, and if it's positive, make it negative. So I look at the slope. That narrows it down for me. But again, and it passes through the y-intercept. The y-intercept is the ordered pair 0, -1. That's, remember what a y-intercept is. So that's my x and that's my y. So it's y minus the y value, the slope, x minus the x value. And then I distribute. That actually becomes a plus. This is -4/3 x, and anything times 0 is 0. So then I just have to minus 1, and I get y equals -4/3 because it's perpendicular minus 1. Okay, and that's A. And again, I knew it wasn't C or D because of the slope. Okay, which equation describes a line that contains or is on the line of 0, 2, and is perpendicular to this graph? Again, perpendicular means opposite reciprocal. The opposite reciprocal is -1/3. This is x1 and this is y1. So y minus 2 equals -1/3 x minus 0. We're doing the same thing over again. Okay, -1/3 x, and 0 times anything is 0. And then we're going to just add 2 to both sides. And we get -1/3 x plus 2. And that is B. And again, you get down to a 50-50 because is it parallel or perpendicular? Okay, now these are scatter plots. Random points that overall are they going to be, if I drew a line of best fit or a trend line, is it going up, down, or are the points all over? Well, as you can see, a positive correlation in general, they go from left to right up, meaning it would be a positive slope or a positive correlation. From left to right, that's really going down, would be a negative slope or a negative correlation. And this last one here, they are all over the place. So there's not in general dots going overall up or down. Okay, it says the graph shows an average number of students per computer in Maria's school. Determine whether the graph shows a positive correlation, a negative correlation, or no correlation. If there is a positive or a negative correlation, describe its meaning. So is it going up, down, or all over the place? Well, does it make sense that it is a negative correlation with each year, meaning the more years, as the years goes on, more computers are in Maria's school, okay? Making the student per computer ratio smaller. So basically it's saying over here in 2008, there were less computers than here per student, because it's students per computer. That's what it says here. That's what it means. It's important you learn what that means. Okay, now this says the graph shows the number of mail order prescriptions. Determine whether a graph shows positive correlation, negative correlation, or no correlation. If there is positive or negative, describe it. So can you tell up or down? So obviously this is a positive correlation. And does it make sense that with each year, as the years go from 95, 96, 97, the number of prescriptions actually went from in the 80s to more than 140 million. If you look at this left side, it says million. Okay, so you have those two sheets. There's a front and a back, and that one puzzle time one has a graph. So you have to plot the points. Remember, it's X first, then Y. So when you're plotting a point, it's side to side, then up and down. Okay, so you have to do 4.4a, then the puzzle time goes with and that one side of the worksheet goes with the graph paper that I handed out. Okay, so make sure this is really two pieces of paper that I handed out for today. If you have questions, let me know. Have a great day.